Actor Chance Perdomo has died. He was 27 years old. Chance, who was best known for his roles in Netflix's Chilling Adventures of Sabrina and Prime Video's Gen V, has died as a result of a motorcycle accident. His reps have confirmed to E! News.
He has the ability to see both planes and know behind him. He and Ewing seem to have that ability to communicate.
They have pulled the gloves on, counsel. All right, would you show that to the jury, Mr. in that manner? Thank you. Other hand, please.
This year, we've said goodbye to some seriously legendary names from the worlds of music, movies, sports, and more. From their art to their unforgettable moments, they brought something special into our lives, and their impact still hits hard. From Quincy Jones, famous for producing one of the most successful artists of all time, Michael Jackson.
Do you ever regret anything that you said?
Not a drop. Yeah, some things I say, yeah. They made huge loose lips.
To the Candyman himself, Todd.
What do you want?
So here's to honoring the memories and legacies of these unforgettable figures who made life a little brighter and a lot more interesting, starting with Tyka Nelson, Prince's sister and a talented artist in her own right, left her own mark on the music world. Over her career, she dropped 4 albums: Royal Blue, Yellow Moon, Red Sky, A Brand New Me, and Hustler. Her single, Mark Anthony's Tune, even hit #1, 33 on the Billboard R&B charts back in '88. Known for her soulful voice and lyrics that came straight from the heart, she stayed active in music until retiring this past June. Sadly, Tyka passed away on November 4th, 2024, at 64. She had been dealing with some health challenges that caused her to cancel her farewell concert earlier this year. Her family hasn't shared any details about the cause of her passing. Next, we got Quincy Jones.
Do you ever regret anything that you said?
Not a drop. Yeah, some things I say, yeah. They made huge loose lips.
Quincy Jones, music legend, producer extraordinaire, and the guy who shaped 6 decades of sound, has passed away at 91. This man worked with absolute icons like Michael Jackson and gave us unforgettable albums like Off the Wall, Thriller, and Bad. He also pulled the world together with We Are the World in 1985 and set the mood for movies like The Color Purple. Oh, and he even arranged for Frank Sinatra. Jones passed on November 3rd, 2024, at his Bel Air home, with family by his side. While his family hasn't shared the specifics, he had faced some big health battles over the years, including brain aneurysms and diabetes. His influence? Let's just say it's not going anywhere. Up next is Candyman Todd.
Hit his head right on the roof and sued me for negligence.
Todd, the legendary Candyman himself, has sadly passed away on November 6th, 2024, at the age of 69. Known for his spine-chilling role as the hook-handed horror icon, Todd's career spanned over 40 years. He wasn't just a horror king, he also starred in classics like Final Destination, Platoon, The Crow, and even Star Trek series. Oh, and if you've ever played Spider-Man 2, you probably remember his epic voice as Venom. While the details of his passing haven't been revealed, it's known that he'd been battling illness for some time. Tony's impact on horror and film in general will be remembered for years to come. Rest easy, legend. Next is Musoff.
He has the ability to see both planes and know behind him. He and Ewing seem to have that ability to communicate.
Musoff might be best remembered for his time in the NBA with the New York Knicks and Phoenix Suns, but his story goes way beyond the court. Drafted 17th overall by the Knicks in 1990 after a solid college run at the University of Maryland, where he put up 16.6 points per game, he played a season in NYC before getting traded to the Suns, staying with them until '94. But Musoff's career took a darker turn with serious controversy. He was linked to the tragic murder of his pregnant girlfriend, Althea Hayes, in 1993. While no charges were filed against him, the case hung over him, impacting his legacy. After his NBA years, he played overseas and eventually pivoted to activism, mentoring Baltimore youth and giving back to his community. Next up is David Harris. David Harris, the actor who brought Cochise to life in the cult classic The Warriors, has passed at 75. Known for his unforgettable role as the tough, loyal gang member, Harris left a mark on fans and made the Warriors a true legend in pop culture. But Cochise was just one piece of his story. Harris's acting career spanned decades, with standout roles in Brubaker, A Soldier's Story, and Fatal Beauty. He also made his way to TV, landing parts in NYPD Blue, Law & Order, SVU, and even The First Wives Club. After battling cancer, Harris passed, with his daughter confirming the news. He may be gone, but his impact, especially as Cochise, continues to be celebrated by fans everywhere. Next up is DJ Clark Kent.
Because if you look at every album that you think is a classic, the real classics, the NWA, Cube, the Snoop Dogg first album, the Quest joint, Slick Rick's album, Chronic. I can't even Chronic before I put Snoop Dogg's album. But
I know, it's debatable.
DJ Clark Kent, born Rodolfo Franklin, was an absolute legend in hip-hop, putting his stamp on the industry with tracks that defined an era. Known for working with icons like Jay-Z, Biggie, and Mariah Carey, his beats became instant classics. He was the genius behind Jay-Z's Brooklyn's Finest, Biggie's Sky's the Limit, Junior MAFIA's Player's Anthem, and Mariah's hit Loverboy. Sadly, on October 24, 2024, Clark Kent passed away at 58 after a brave 3-year battle with colon cancer. His family shared that he passed peacefully, surrounded by loved ones. The impact he left on hip-hop and music culture will be felt for generations. Next, O.J. Simpson.
Yeah, pulled the gloves on, counsel. All right, would you show that to the jury, Mr. in that manner? Thank you. Other hand, please.
O.J. Simpson, famously known as The Juice, was a major name in both the sports and entertainment worlds. As a running back, he dominated the NFL with the Buffalo Bills and later the San Francisco 49ers, even scoring the Heisman Trophy in 1968 and becoming the first player to run over 2,000 yards in a season back in '73. Then, he made a name for himself in Hollywood, showing up in movies like the Naked Gun series and The Towering Inferno. But his life took a huge turn in the 90s with the highly publicized 1995 trial over the tragic deaths of his ex-wife, Nicole Brown Simpson, and her friend, Ron Goldman. While he was acquitted in the criminal case, a later civil trial held him liable, a saga that captivated the public. Simpson passed away on April 10, 2024, at 76 after a fight with metastatic prostate cancer. His life, full of highs and lows, leaves a legacy that's sure to spark conversation for years to come. Next up, Chance Perdomo.
Actor Chance Perdomo has died. He was 27 years old. Chance, who was best known for his roles in Netflix Chilling Adventures of Sabrina and Video's Gen V, has died as a result of a motorcycle accident. His reps have confirmed to E!
Chance Perdomo, the rising star with a knack for unforgettable roles, won over fans as Ambrose Spellman on Netflix's Chilling Adventures of Sabrina and as Andre Anderson in Gen V, the intense The Boys spin-off on Prime Video. He also made waves in the After movie series, with appearances in After We Fell, After Ever Happy, and After Everything. His powerful role in the BBC film Killed by My Debt even scored him a BAFTA nomination, no small feat. Sadly, Chance's life was cut short on March 30th, 2024, at just 27 after a motorcycle accident. His unexpected passing left a huge gap in Hollywood, and he's remembered not only for his acting chops, but also for the bright future he had ahead. Next is Louis Gossett Jr.
Now, why would a slick little hustler like you sign up for this kind of abuse anyway?
I want to fly jets, sir.
My grandmama wants to fly jets.
Louis Gossett Jr., an absolute legend on stage and screen, left a massive mark on Hollywood. He snagged an Oscar for his unforgettable role as Gunnery Sergeant Foley in An Officer and a Gentleman and won an Emmy for playing Fiddler in the groundbreaking miniseries Roots. He didn't stop there. His powerful performances in A Raisin in the Sun, Iron Eagle, Enemy Mine, and Watchmen kept fans hooked for decades. Louis passed away on March 29, 2024, at 87, after battling COPD, with heart issues also contributing. His impact as an actor and a humanitarian made him a true icon, and he'll be remembered for years to come. Next is Hinton Battle.
You're up against the wall, things don't look good at all.
Hinton Battle was an absolute legend in theater, a triple threat with serious acting, singing, and dancing skills. He bagged 3 Tonys for standout roles in Sophisticated Ladies, The Tap Dance Kid, and Miss Saigon. Fun fact, he was the original Scarecrow in the stage version of The Wiz. Yep, before Michael Jackson took it on in the movie. Battle also shined in classics like Dreamgirls, Chicago, and Ragtime, and who could forget his guest spot as the tap-dancing demon Sweet in the musical episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Hinton passed away on January 30th, 2024, at 67 after a long illness. His family chose to keep details private, but his impact on theater and dance speaks for itself, and his legacy keeps inspiring performers everywhere. Next up, Carl Weathers. Carl Weathers was a total boss, whether it was on screen or the football field. He became a legend playing Apollo Creed in Rocky, and that's just the beginning. From taking on the role of tough-as-nails Colonel Al Dillon in Predator to making us laugh as Chubbs Peterson in Happy Gilmore, Weathers did it all. Most recently, he showed up as Greef Karga in The Mandalorian and still had us hooked. His career spanned decades, blending action, drama, and comedy effortlessly. Carl passed away on February 1st, 2024, at 76 after battling heart issues. He leaves behind an unforgettable legacy in both the movie biz and sports world. And lastly, we have John Amos.
Decided to take a job.
Yeah, well, I just undecided for you. So you got a full-time right here in this house. You ain't putting in time in nobody's kitchen.
James, there is dignity.
John Amos became a household name as James Evans Sr. on Good Times, which aired from 1974 to 1976. He also played the adult Kunta Kinte in Roots, a role that earned him an Emmy nod. You probably also remember him as Gordy on The Mary Tyler Moore Show, Admiral Percy Fitzwallace on The West Wing, and Mayor Ethan Baker on The District. In movies, he was in Coming to America, Die Hard 2, and The Beastmaster. John Amos sadly passed away on August 21st, 2024, at 84 from congestive heart failure. His iconic roles will definitely live on.